Hi there, BMW owners. Today in your 2020 BMW X3, we're going to be taking a look at eTrailer's folding and tilting cargo carrier. A cargo carrier is going to help you free up room inside your vehicle or allow you to bring more things with you onto your adventure. Whether you're going to be getting things out of the vehicle for more passengers, or if you just need to bring along some more gear with you for those long stays. One of the things I really like about this cargo carrier is its size. There's plenty of area here to get a lot of gear on here. It measures 60 inches wide, 24 inches long, and it has a depth of 5.5 inches, all on the inside of our carrier here. I also like that it features a mesh floor. This gives you plenty of area, so that way if you've got any smaller items that aren't ridiculously small, it can easily store those on here. But having a way for dirt and rain to pass through is going to ensure that if you're going through any stormy weather, that you're not going to pool up water on your gear and things in here. It can easily drain out. And if you'd like to do any trailing or anything, or you just maybe got back from the lake and you're a little muddy, you can toss all that stuff back here, and when you get back to your campsite or back home, you can just hose this right off. It cleans up real easy with a mesh floor. And this carrier can hold up to 500 pounds. Now, one of the things you do want to keep in mind is the tongue weight on your hitch, as that's going to determine whether or not you're going to be able to load it up to the max. If the maximum weight on your hitch is only 350 pounds, you want to make sure you don't overload it. And the weight that you want to pay attention to is the weight of the cargo carrier plus whatever gear you have in there. And that's going to vary depending upon the hitch that you choose. We've got plenty of different hitches available here at eTrailer. So if you're planning on using a cargo carrier, we want to make sure that you get one with high enough tongue weight to carry the things you want to carry. With the cargo carrier in its standard position, I'm going to give you some measurements so you can see how much it's going to take up here at the back of your vehicle. Now, you do want to keep in mind that these measurements are going to vary depending upon the manufacturer of your hitch, as the distance that sticks out can vary slightly between those. From our bumper to the farthest edge of our carrier, we're looking at about 44.5 inches. And from the ground to the lowest point here at the back, it's about 11.75 inches. And our closest point is going to be about 18.5 inches here on the inside of our rail. Now, with nothing loaded up on our cargo carrier here, and with how far it sticks away, you're likely not going to have any issues with your BMW here with opening your tailgate, as it doesn't cross over really until about this point, so you can stack the cargo pretty high on it. I do want to mention, if you do stack your cargo high, you might want to consider a light kit, so that way when you're blocking your taillights with your gear, people behind you can still see those lights and know your intentions when you're going down the road. But depending on what you are storing on there, if it is extremely tall, it may interrupt with your liftgate when opening it. So eTrailer has thought of that. There are 2 pins here that we can remove to lower down the hitch. This one's just locking our carrier in place, so we'll pull that one. And this pin here prevents it from lowering down, so we're going to go ahead and pull this one as well. And you can see here that the carrier now tilts down, so any items that we had stacked on the carrier are going to be further away from our liftgate. It can also be tilted up to minimize the distance. We're going to reinsert the pin here that prevents it from going all the way down. If you have the pin that locks it in position here, you'll want to remove this pin, and then we can lift up on our carrier. And the hole in our carrier is going to line up here at the bottom. We can slide our pin through there. You got to give it a little wiggle to get the holes to line up. Secure it on the other side, and we're now in our storage position with an unloaded cargo carrier. This position is ideal if you like leaving your rack on the back of your vehicle. With it tilted up like this, it minimizes how far it sticks back. So now that you have the potential chance of your vehicle fitting in a garage or tight parking spaces that you couldn't fit in before. I do got some new measurements for you here, so we can determine our distance from our bumper. And our new closest point is here at about 8.75 inches. You do also want to keep in mind in this position, the lift gate is going to contact it, so you won't want to lay it down before opening your lift gate. To give you an idea of how much we've added to the vehicle when it's in the storage position, from the bumper to the furthest point now, it's about 19.5 inches. Our hitch is secured in place using the included anti-rattle bolt. This takes out all the play from our carrier, so we don't have to hear any noises, and our gear that's secured to it is going to be more stable. There's also a collar that You can change the position and clamp it around, and you do this after you've got your carrier installed. Butt this up against your receiver here and then tighten it down. So this way, every time you take your carrier in and out, this is going to hit the receiver and your hole's always going to line up to the correct spot, so you can easily get this installed.
Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action. This simulates turning corners or evasively maneuvering. Once we get to the full speed bumps, we'll see the up and down action. This will be just like driving in and out of a parking lot, parking garage, or driveway. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving over uneven pavement.
And that completes our look at eTrailer's folding and tilting cargo carrier on our 2020 BMW X3.